It's goggsysaan coming out the Broadwood Tunnel.
C99 out the Fir Park Tunnel.
Saturday just passed there, I got a fantastic opportunity by Dave at CLYDE FC, thank you for getting in touch. I got the chance to do a behind the scenes tour at Broadwood Stadium and interview the chairman, and I got to speak to the club historian as well. So here's the pitch.
Big park, innit?
Ah, it's a cracking park.
So Premier League clubs.
I take it, obviously you brought the pitch in then. Just going by that.
No, we haven't touched it.
Eh?
No. That's the rugby lines.
Ah, fair enough.
That's the runoff. You know, where you put your try in.
Ah, yeah.
That's your line for it.
I was about to say,
No.
Aye.
Oh,
just imagine playing.
He's a manager where he wants.
Just imagine playing rugby on 3G. It's just that your arms wouldn't last. They just wear away in the AstroTurf.
The building these big guys, I think the pitch gets smoke damaged.
Unfortunately, some of the footage that I got of like behind the scenes didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be. However, to make up for that, I've got a fantastic interview for your guys' entertainment. So, without any further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my past self. Enjoy. Hey guys, Goggsy here, and we've got a fantastic interview opportunity with the CLYDE FC chairman, Norrie. Thank you very much for coming on today.
Delighted to be here.
Yeah.
Great to meet you. Welcome you to Broadwood Stadium.
Thank you very much. And we've just got some interesting questions about the club, and we're just going to see how it goes from there.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
So, believe it or not, in all the 12 years of me following football, today's my first ever CLYDE match.
Really?
Yeah. So what was your first CLYDE game?
Well, my football career kind of took me to CLYDE. I'd been to a few games. Family history as my father played for them back in the 50s.
Alright.
He was certainly blessed with better footballing talent than I had. So we went along as often as possible to CLYDE games. I can't actually remember what my first game was, but we went along as often as we could. And then returned to, after my spell with Motherwell, in fact, Jock Wallace was the manager at Motherwell. He offered me a contract when I just finished at Hibs. Great guys at the time, Gary McAllister, Ian McCall, Junior Burns, all good friends, and great experience for me. But then I made the decision to go down a parallel pathway, as play part-time football and go to Glasgow College of Technology at the time to study engineering. So Craig Brown offered me the opportunity to continue my football career part-time with CLYDE.
So what was it like under Craig Brown, because of course he was manager of Motherwell as well?
Sure. I've got the greatest respect for Craig. I think first of all he's a fabulous human being, and he knows football. Great approach with the men, brings humour into his management as well.
Oh, that's the most important thing.
He's got a bit of steel about him, so he's a guy that I've got the greatest respect for, Craig Brown.
Fantastic. What's your best moment as a CLYDE associate / supporter?
My football career wasn't memorable in terms of achievement. I suppose my focus got lost and focused more on my future career through the engineering education. So I suppose, you know, coming and being chairman of the club, I would say is probably my most memorable moment. It brings with it great responsibilities and challenges. But I'm enjoying it. Overall, I'm enjoying it.
So I've got quite a young audience, so could you perhaps explain what the actual duties of a chairman is, because some people might not actually know?
That's me being here just over a year and I've still to start the chairman's position. You really get involved in every aspect of the club, and me, my personality is I turn over stones. I want to find out how things are operating in terms of the people that are, you know, delegated tasks. You've really got to find out if they are, you know, able to do the tasks with the skill sets, or they need training or additional infrastructure in place. So it's been a very broad first year. I've looked at basically the commercial side, which I've tried to improve, and I think we're well on to improve. You'll see the area lounge downstairs, which we're doing in partnership with North Lanarkshire Leisure. The football operational side, you know, the club was fragmented in terms of its training, Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Now they train here at the old stadium. So it's a community interest club, CLYDE, but it really had that disconnect from Cumbernauld and Broadwood. and I'm looking to bring that together so that it essentially becomes a proper community club with a home and a purpose. So
Fantastic. So currently, I am 19. What were you doing at this point in your life?
19 years old. Well, I was at Glasgow College of Technology, probably struggling at CLYDE at the time from a footballing point of view, and struggling at college as well from an engineering point of view. I certainly wasn't a model student. My wife managed to help me through with doing courseworks and other things, so I felt obliged to put a ring on her finger after that. So I've got Annette to thank me for getting through my educational side of things. So at 19 was it was a strange time because you mature quickly in full-time football. You know, I was at Hibs before, Motherwell briefly, and you mature very, very quickly. So I kind of looked upon the other students as being immature and kind of lacking that experience. So it was a strange time, but it was mixed emotions. You had a bit of disappointment and frustration that you weren't progressing your football career the way that you hopefully will aspire to. So it was a strange time for me.
What is your usual match day routine?
Match day routine, I like to not come up too early. That's maybe the kind of football side of me. I turn up, have a few words with a few people at the stadium. I like to spend as much time round about the kind of dressing room area, talk to the manager, just get a wee sensation in terms of how the players are, and equally kind of get a feel for how the opposition are feeling as well. You know, you need to bear in mind I'm kind of building up my knowledge and experience of this role, but I like to dedicate half an hour pre-match to anyone at the club or outside the club to answer any questions. So I always like to be available and hopefully accountable for everything that I'm getting involved in.
So does this change for away days?
Away days, it becomes more of a kind of football experience.
Yeah.
You manage to kind of switch off from the kind of the commercial thinking and the operational thinking, and you actually probably relax more in terms of a football, and you enjoy the football side more. Because you host games here, the club hosts it, and with their, you know,
You've got to put up a show.
Aye, that's right. And North Lanarkshire Leisure with CLYDE, you know, we're working in a very positive partnership with them, and that makes things easier. But there's still always scope for improvement. So away games, I like the wee journey to the away games. Sometimes on the bus, sometimes just leave late and try and keep within the speed limit and getting there. And sometimes take the right road as well, because, you know, my claim to fame back in the day was I played every ground in Scotland, because my career plummeted so quickly, you know. And then
So that's some achievement.
it was at the time. It was at the time, and then new stadiums came in. And,
Yeah.
I think St Johnson's was the first one at the time. So
Mutant.
you tended to know where all the stadiums were, but there's a few stadiums I didn't know where they were located. So
So what's your favourite away day you've been on in your whole career? What's the favourite trip you've made?
well, I suppose the most memorable one's probably the Forfar one last year when I took the supporters bus from George Square.
Huh?
I was in my office in Buchanan Street and I was running late, and I hadn't formally been appointed at that time. And I got in touch with someone via the website and found out that the supporters bus was leaving George Square, so I enjoyed that. That was a great experience, and everyone on the bus made me welcome. And again, I opened myself up to any questions that they had in terms of where we seen the club's future direction.
I've always wondered this. Why is CLYDE nicknamed the Bully Wee?
You asked me a question, I don't know the answer. The man to answer that is Sid, our historian downstairs, who, you know, knows every finite detail about CLYDE. I think it's down to the kind of origins in the East End of Glasgow, and I think it's this kind of big wee man attitude to it.
Right.
So that's what I read into it. They're up for it, but they're a relatively small club compared to other clubs within Glasgow at the time, but they're up for it. And their game, I suppose their game, you know, and I can see that culture starting to come back again in terms of the relationship with the supporters and the players.
Who is your favourite player you've seen live, previously and currently?
Well, in terms of players, previously, Jimmy Johnson, I would say. It's probably Kenny Dalglish, Laudrup. In terms of currently, the guy that I think is performing, you know, as a footballer in an exceptional way, I think is David Goodwillie. I think he's got real talent.
Obviously, you've played basically everywhere in your career. Who's the best player you've shared a football pitch with?
It's very difficult. I would say, you know, my experience over in Catalonia, I played for 2 years there, or just less than 2 years, and I managed to get a game against Barca B. team, and that was an experience. And it was actually one occasion they put me to lateral defencer, which is right back, and I'm just not cut out for right back now. I wasn't back then in my career, and I just was right, don't let the ball go inside my left shoulder, don't let the ball go inside my left shoulder, and I kept thinking this went in twice over my left, or through my left shoulder, and 2 goals. You know? So, but these guys are impressive. They, you know, their composure. You can try and physically intimidate them, but their spatial awareness just makes them exceptional talent. So.
And we'll go one last question.
Yep.
If you were in a pick and mix aisle of a sweet shop and only had 3 sweets to choose, what are those 3 sweets and why?
Where do you get these questions from? Honestly, I should have. You offered to let me read this before the interview. Look at it. With no specs, no chance. Been set up. That's it. That's the setup. Sweets. I don't know. I would just invariably go for chocolate. I've never really been a sweetie guy. You know, I've kind of acquired a taste for dark chocolate, I suppose, over the years. So sweets, but I would say barley sugar. Anything kind of. Suki, that's the best I could say. Fruity and Suki.
Fair enough. Thank you very much, Norrie.
Pleasure. No, pleasure meeting you. All the best today.
And do you have a score prediction?
Yeah, I do. I think the surface might prove a wee bit challenging. It's an unusual surface at Broadwood. I think the guys will hopefully elevate their game today. Obviously, it being live on telly brings out hopefully the best in them. It should be a great experience for them, and hopefully they learn from it. But you know, being an optimist, and certainly I'm aware of Motherwell's qualities. You know, they performed remarkably well last season. Let's hope today's not one of their good performances. So I would say 1-0 to Clyde.
Thank you very much, Norrie.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Perfect.
Pleasure. Thank you. Well done.
Once again, I'd like to thank Norrie Ennis for that opportunity to interview him, and obviously BT Sport were in town, so they were obviously busy on Saturday. So to get the chance to do that interview and do a behind the scenes tour, I'm honoured. Thank you very much, Clyde. And I'm going to pass you over to Gordon Sidney with a wee bit of information from the Area Lounge. Right, so we're going to be talked to about the photos on the walls here at CLYDE Football Club of some of the history in the club by the club historian
Gordon Sidney.
Gordon Sidney, great first name because that's my name.
Here in afternoon is Sid.
Sid.
Quite happy to be Gordon or Sid.
Anyway, what's this first picture here?
Well, the club's got a fantastic history going back to 1877.
Yeah.
And probably the best era for the club was the 1950s. That is the 1955 Cup final against Celtic. It was the first ever Scottish Cup final televised live.
Oh wow.
And famously, Celtic scored early and Clyde got a corner, 3 minutes to go. And Archie Robertson swung it in, right over the goalkeeper, right into the net, right from the corner.
Brilliant.
So we got the replay and we won the replay 1-0.
Fantastic.
So that was the second time we'd won the cup.
Mad respect beating Celtic.
Yes.
Right, so who's this cheeky chappie?
The cheeky chap there is a chap called Mata Gemo.
Oh aye.
And Mata was with the club in various guises from probably not long after it started in 1877. I don't expect he went back that far, but in the very early days Mata was with them. Mata died in 1967, but in all his days he was an absolute Clyde man. Trainer, groundsman, you name it. The famous story about Mata is that when Queen's Park were a big team in Scotland, Queen's Park's trainer left. So they approached Mata, and Mata said, yes, certainly I'll come and work for you, Queen's Park, as long as I can get every Saturday off to go and watch Clyde. That wasn't quite how he put it, but that was the message.
A more polite way,
A more polite way.
Yeah.
The next picture is an action picture against Celtic. I believe it's the late 60s sometime. It's taken at our previous ground of Shawfield. And obviously Clyde were synonymous with Shawfield until the lease ended in the mid-80s, whereupon we ground shared with Partick Thistle and Hamilton. Then almost 25 years ago we moved out here and took over playing at Broadwood. February 2018 is actually our 25th year at Broadwood.
Oh, fantastic.
And at the end of not last season but the season before, we celebrated our 500th game here with a lunch with a few of the former players
Yeah.
that have been involved over the years.
Did you win the next game?
I can't remember.
Right, well...
Please edit that bit out.
Okay. So there's a TV that shows all the history there, aye? But
Again, I don't know if we can squeeze it in here. Again, this is Sheffield, and that is the historic game. That is the historic game, the very last game at Sheffield, CLYDE versus Alloa. And we won 4-2 that night. It was a much needed 2 points, but I don't think it really sank in at that time that was our very last game at Sheffield. I'd been brought up with nothing else other than going to Sheffield to see CLYDE, but we have to move with the times, we have to move on.
and this happy photo here.
Right, well at the start of the century, we had a couple of players here, a couple of managers, Ronnie McDonald and Alan Maitland, and they took us to the second division championship. So great times, great days.
And I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy speaking about this photo here.
Yes, I think I'm probably in it somewhere, just at the top right somewhere. If you remember, CLYDE beat Celtic in the Scottish Cup famously. In the very same season, we went to Ibrox, played them in the League Cup, and Rangers took the lead. And CLYDE, in true CLYDE tradition, came back, equalised, and went ahead. I can't remember whether that's a equaliser or a second goal, but CLYDE were leading 2-1 with about 15 minutes to go, and we'll just stop it there.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, Rangers equalised. It went to extra time and they were too strong for us. But it would have
still a great effort.
It would have been a great effort and a great thing to say that in the same season we beat Rangers in the League Cup and Celtic in the Scottish Cup. So near yet so far.
Oh well. But thank you very much, Gordon.
No problem.
And enjoy the game today.
Thank you.
You got a prediction?
It will be a game of two halves. The first half closely followed by the second half. I think you've got to bear in mind that Motherwell are 3 leagues ahead of us. So if we can contain them for a long while, you never know, we might just catch them.
Thank you very much, Gordon.
Okay, thank you.
And that's the end of the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and that's the sort of thing I want to start bringing more to you guys, because I don't want this to just be a Motherwell channel and that's it. That's why I go to other games. That's why I do vlogs of like Dundee games, for example. I want to just broaden my audience a bit, because the only way I'm going to grow is if I bring out new content such as behind the scenes at CLYDE FC. But anyway, thanks very much for that opportunity, CLYDE, and I will be back at Broadwood over the next year or so. At least one game. Come on, I've got to. But yeah, that was just a cool video I thought I'd show you guys, and yeah, sorry it's taken so long, but yeah, we've got a few more uploads to go this weekend because it's a season opener. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm goggsysaan. I bet you were. I'll see you later guys. Take care. Yeah! Oh!